What is up, mortals? Alex here. Today, I have a very special video for you all. Today, I am bringing you a deck profile on a deck that I've been playing on and off for the past year. Ever since we got the Cyberse monsters in Code of the Duelist, I decided to go ahead and pick them up. Mainly because I really enjoy the playstyle, which is, well, to be fair, it's the very first Link-centric deck that we got. And is one of the main characters from the show actually plays the deck. So I figure if the main character plays the deck, it's going to keep getting support, right? And it is, and it has. And it will in the future, of course. I've been playing with it on and off, like I said, and the deck just, it really didn't do anything. I tried so many different variants with the cards that came out. I played with the Predator Plants, with Kaijus. It was just not good. When Gofu being a 3, you could do some cool stuff, but the only Link monsters we had were Gofu. I mean, the only Link monsters we had when Gofu was a 3 was Deco Talker and Firewall that actually did anything. So I decided to just keep hoarding the cards, picking up places of whatever I would need. And now that we've gotten structure decks in sets after sets, and every set we get some support for the deck. So I figured, you know what, the structure just dropped this past weekend, and we got a lot of good cards, mainly Cyberse Gadget and Ladybug, which I've been expecting for a long time, honestly. And as you can see, I got these really sick sleeves from Japan. My one friend, Ryan Levine, went to Worlds, and he got them for me. Thank you, brother. And he also got me the Firewall Field Center. Before I get into the video, I will say, though, that this is a very fair, fun deck that you're not going to be winning tournaments with. This is a deck that you can take to your locals and maybe your regionals and have a good time. This deck is not meant to be the most competitive deck out there. It's just a deck that you can take to locals and have fun or play against with friends. It is 50 cards. There are no hand traps in the main deck. There are no real traps in the main deck as well. This is just purely for fun, and it's all about Link summoning. So let's get on with the video. I play 3 Balanced Lords. This guy is still the main card for the main monsters, of course. While he's on field, you can pay 1,000 life points to additional summon a Cyberse monster. And when he is banished from anywhere, he lets you special summon a level 4 lower monster from your hand, which is really, really huge. There's a lot of cool plays that you can do with this guy. Sorry for the glare. So 3 Balanced Lords. 3 Ladybugs. Let me focus that. 3 Ladybugs. Ladybug's a really good card for the deck. Recently got it as well in the latest structure deck. This card adds, when it's summoned, it lets you add a level 3 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck. I wish it said level 4 or lower, and that would make it better because you could search Balance the Lord, you can search Cyberse Gadget for next turn. Also, there's a lot of cool plays where you can banish Balance the Lord to special summon this from hand and get your cool searchings and special summoning going. So I feel like you have to play 3 of those. And I believe that's it for the 3 ofs. We don't really play many other ones. At first, I was playing with 3 Cyberse Gadget, but I recently cut it to 2, mainly because Cyberse Gadget's a mid to late game card, and these guys are the starters. So 3 of those. For the 2 ofs, we played 2 Widget Kids. Widget Kid is amazing. Being a level 3, it's searchable of Ladybug, and when he is summoned, period, he lets you special summon a level 3 or lower, actually level 4 or lower. You can special summon 1 Cyberse monster, actually, any level. That's actually kind of insane. So Widget Kid summons any of the guys, any of your Cyberse monsters in defense position. Yeah, wow, Widget Kid's actually insane. So I might want to play 3 of this guy because he can summon the big dudes and you can do a lot of cool things with them. I didn't realize that. So 2 of those, maybe 3 in the future. For one of the new toys that we got, Cyberse Gadget, this guy is amazing. I honestly feel like this card should have come out ages ago. Whenever the Cyberse were first released for us, that's when we should have gotten this card, because this card does a lot for the deck. But even though it does a lot, I'm not playing 3 because we have a lot of other ways to special summon monsters from the banish, from the graveyard, from the hand deck. So I feel like 2 is good and it's highly searchable by a lot of different means. So 2 of those. That guy is actually really, really good. I'm glad that we finally got it. Oops. For the next 2 of Backup Secretary, one of the original ones. Really good card. Searchable by Ladybug again. This card, as you all know, If you have a Cyberse monster, you can special summon it. It's really good. It doesn't have to be to a zone that Link monster points to, so it's really, really key. A lot of cool plays. And I will go over a play at the end that's the bread and butter of the deck, what you want to do every single turn one. And if you do that, your opponent's going to have a hard time outing your board. And if they fail to out it, you're just going to win next turn. So 2 of those. 2 Promptons. This card, at first, it seemed very weak. Well, it's actually really weak. He has no stats. 200 by 400. But this card, when you contribute a Cyberse, level 4 lower Cyberse monster, and special summon, is it? Actually, yeah, level 4 lower Cyberse and special summon any number of normal monsters from your hand, graveyard, or deck equal to the number of the monster attributed. So this card is really, really good. I see a lot of people playing 3, but I can't find myself playing 3, mainly because I am playing 1 for 1, so I can search this guy straight from the deck, or add it with Ladybug or any of the other guys. So really good card. I wouldn't play at 3 though. I think 3 would be too many. If I play a Lower Darkness, I might play 3 of him since he's a dark. For the 1-ofs, I play 1 of this guy. Actually, Tumbler. This guy is actually insane. A lot of people are not playing him, which I don't understand why. He is so good. It's a free summon. It grabs anything back from the graveyard. Basically, it recycles anything, and then he's a body that you can link with. So really, really like this card. I was trying 2 for a long time, but I feel that just the 1 it's good enough. Mainly because it's searchable. Having 0 attack is searchable with Silent Backdoor with any of your guys. So 1 of them really, really clutch. If you wanted to play 2, I understand as well. Rum Claudia, because it's my favorite Cyberse. Well, it's my second favorite in the main deck. It used to be my very first, favorite, because on normal summon it lets you add a Cyberse from the graveyard back to the hand. So the reason why I'm doing 1 of this, or actually 1 of each, is because they have the same effect, sort of. On summon, it adds a Cyberse from the graveyard, and it lets you recycle things as well. But this one, you can, when it's destroyed by battle by card effects, and that's not once per turn, by the way, you can special summon any Cyberse level 4 or lower from your deck, which is really, really good. I always go out and fetch Dotscaper or what is his name? Or Stack Reviver with it, because it's actually really good to link with, and you can add it back with Firewall to claim its effect, normal summon, and get another guy. So really, really like this card. And for one of them, my other favorite ones is Ramclouder. Ramclouder is one of the very first ones we got. Really good effects. Tribute a Cyberse, or tribute any monster, special summon a Cyberse back from the graveyard. I mainly use this card to recycle Firewall Dragon, because you want to use its effect to bounce up to 3. Most of the time it's 3, bounce 3 monsters, then tribute it, and then have its effect live again. So recycle up to 6 monsters. Really amazing card. 1800, it's hard to pass, and it's at least a staple 1-of. For the little guys, I am playing 1 Stack Reviver, because you kind of have to play him. I feel like you have to. You really don't have to, but he has a lot of cool plays that you can do, especially with what's his name? Cyberse Gadget. Cyberse Gadget brings it back, link away. Cyberse Gadget gets you a token, and he brings you back a Cyberse Gadget. So you have 3 monsters to link with because of this guy, I guess. Really cool card. Definitely going to play the 1, and I'm going to keep it that. Link Infra Flyer. This card sucks so bad because it doesn't do anything but being a body. But that's the thing about this deck. You just want to like special summon monsters, have monsters that special summon themselves to link away with. I feel like it's still 1-of, and if anything, if we get more support, which we will get more support, I feel like this card can easily be cut. But for right now, I'm still playing the 1. And my favorite guy, Dotscaper. This guy is amazing. Like, he does so much for the deck. When it's banished, special summon it back. When it's sent from to the graveyard by any way, special summon it. It's level 1 Cyberse. So good. I love this card, and its artwork is like one of my favorites in the entire game. Really, really like that guy. We're going with Flame Buffalo. I play the 1. A lot of people don't play Flame Buffalo. Having a draw engine built in your deck is actually insane. I don't understand why people don't like this. You can summon it with Widget Kit and then do your standard play and draw 2 while searching the Ritual Spell and Trap card, which I'll go over later on. 1 Sea Archiver. This card, I don't really like it, honestly, but I'm playing more a theme-based Cyberse, so I figure if this card can special summon itself, I'll just play it. I kind of see myself cutting this guy soon, though. He's just there because it plays with the archetype. For the big guys, I play one White Hat. This guy is actually another beater that you can special summon it, but you have it here for its second effect when it's sent to the graveyard by for the link summon. For a summon of a link monster, you can all your monsters attack, lose all your monsters. Your opponent controls lose 1,000 attack, which is really good if you have the Code Talkers and Trigate, which you'll be doing double damage at that point. Really like this card, just the one of. Also, it's a level 6, so when you're going for your ritual summon, he will be one of those at most of the time. For one of the boss monsters, the Grey Buster, I used to play 3 of this guy actually, because being a 2500 beater that can special summon itself while triggering 2 of your key cards, being Dotscaper and what's his name, Balancelor. It's really good, so you can special summon this guy, banishing those 2, and then they will trigger to get you more monsters, and he has a quick effect to destroy a monster. Really good. Link 3 right there. Really underrated card. I used to play 3, not 1. Also, being a level 7 is really good because you can it can be the entire ritual fodder for the ritual monster. And for the last big guy, I am playing one Cyberse Magician. I love this guy. He is so good. I wish that his effect was while he's face up, you take no damage, period. But that would make him a little insane. But I mean, come on, just why not? You still go through a lot of trouble to summon this guy. I really like him. I'm sorry for the glare. I can't find a real good angle, but he's really good when he dies by battle. You add any Cyberse, really strong. I'll show you a play again that you do turn 1, really strong. And for the normal monsters, I play 2 Brontom and 1 Digitron. To be fair, I found myself wanting to cut these guys, mainly because they don't really do much. They're just there to be grabbed from the deck. And playing normal monsters is just not correct. As you can see, I'm not playing the Draconnect because I already have too many normal summons. And I don't really want to draw these guys at all. But Brontom is kind of nuts. Sometimes like getting all 3 out of the deck by treating a guy, you just like link away. It's really good. Kind of got to keep those. If I make the deck 40 to make it more competitive, I would probably cut the normal monsters. And as for my other engine, I am playing 2 Black and 2 White Dragon Buster and Collapse Serpent. Really good Tribute engine and Link engine. I've been playing these guys for a long time, ever since the deck first came out in the TCG. There are 2 Link fodders every turn. They recur themselves. Banish it light, banish it dark, and remember that your Balancelor is a light monster, so if you banish it with this, you can trigger another guy and go off. Like these guys are really amazing. But if I wanted to make it 40, basically this would be the first engine that I would cut, and I would probably add some World Legacy Succession. But these guys are insane. If you guys have not played with these, go ahead and try them out. You will not regret that decision. They're so good. Also, they're beaters, 18 and 17 respectively. It's really good. Again, if you haven't played with these guys, go ahead and try them out and let me know how they work for you. And for the last monster, Rescue Ferret. This card is absurd. If you resolve this card in this deck, which you will, by the way, a lot, mainly because Balancelor would summon it from your hand, it says that you can tribute it, shuffle it back in the deck, special summon monsters from your deck that have a total level equals 6. So you see all the awkward, weird levels, level 3, 2, 1s, 4, 2s, 6, 1, 5, and 1. You can just do some naughty plays with this guy. And because he shuffles himself back in the deck, you can do a next turn and one after. But if you resolve, then you usually win the game that turn. Really good card. Not more than 1 because it would just break. That's it for the monsters. That's a lot of monsters. Again, I'm playing 50 cards. So for the spells, 3 Rhoda, banish a Cyberse until the next standby phase. Add any monster from your deck that has lower attack. Really good. Some lists don't even play this card at all, which is just weird. It's Rhoda. It's a spell that you can play right away. Get anything you want. Really good card. For the next spell, 3 Gold Sark. Gold Sark it can be a special summon from the deck. It can be special summon from hand. If you have 2 Gold Sarks, it can be one of those. And then Gold Sark for the other one, or Gold Sark for a power spell like Soul Charge or Reborn or whatever you want. Really good card. It starts your engine and it just like turbos everything out. Really solid card. If I would to cut anything, it would be like probably 1 or 2 of these to make it 40. But I'm happy at 50. Again, remember this is a fun deck. Don't take this like super competitively. If you are taking your version super competitively and want to take it to regionals, whatever, that's fine. If you do, let me know how it goes. But for me, I am playing this for fun. The Worlds is over. I just want to play for fun with friends and not locals. Another, again, super fun deck. Two turn passcode. I love this card. It's just a 1-for-1 to get you a token. But the reason why we play is because, well, for one, we need to spam more monsters, right? It's a Cyberse token. It's a level 4, but it's a spell card that you can play right away to banish for your Cyberse, which to get your Magician engine going. So 2 of these, 3. I used to play 3, but I feel that 2 is fine. This can be scapegoats if you want, like, be more competitive again, but I like this card. Really, really good. For the 1-ofs, Foolish Burial. Don't need to explain that since Dotscaper mainly. Anything to grab back with. Cyberse Gadget. Soul Charge because I'm allowed to. Same with Reborn. Reborn cards, really good. This is why you would play World Ace Succession as well. Bringing back links is kind of insane. Reasoning, because we have a lot of different levels and your opponent will never guess it right. They're usually going to get called 3, but even then, it's not bad. It's another spell you can put in graveyard, and if they call it wrong, then there you go. 1-for-1. 1-for-1 is amazing. It gets Prontum out of the deck, but it mainly gets Dotscaper out because Dotscaper is amazing again. Really, really like 1-for-1. Just 1 ritual spell. I was playing 3, then 2. Now just 1, because you don't really want to resolve the ritual monsters that many times. Usually 1 time works. Then you can bring it back with your revival spells. Even then, you can just banish it, if anything. You just need it 1 time only. And for the 2 spells, 1, Recoder Alive. I love this card, and I wish I would play more. Maybe later on I'll play more, but just the 1. Really cool combos with it. Again, a lot of lists don't even play the card. I love the card. So it's such a good effect. Gets you 2 monsters for free. Really, really good. Again, wish I would play 2. And the last card in the main deck, I am playing 1 Jar of Avarice. Why? Well, because sometimes I go through my extra decks a lot, like really, really fast, and I want to use them again. So I figure I'll just shuffle 5 back, draw a card. Cool. Really good. I could play Exodius, but again, I'm not taking this too seriously. This is mainly a fun version. Play with your friends. So 1 Jar of Avarice. That's it for the main deck. 50 cards. Let's go over the extra deck. And the extra deck is where all the cool things are. And let me organize real quick. Okay. Alright, so the extra deck can be literally anything you want. But there's a lot of options in the extra deck. So you need to know what you need to play. And I will tell you a few extra options that you could play if you don't have some of the cards. So first, we have 1 Link Discipler and 1 Link Devotee. These guys are weak, but they have a really cool combo between themselves. Link Devotee and Discipler require 1 level 4 lower Cyberse monster. You can, with this guy, you contribute whatever he points to draw a card, and then put 1 back. I wish it was just draw a card, honestly. It's so bad that you have to shuffle something back, but whatever. But Link Devotee states that if it is tributed, you can special summon 2 tokens, and they are level 1, I believe. Yeah, they're level 1, but that doesn't matter. You just use them for Link Fodder. So this is the combo that you use to get your Witch out really, really fast, and I'll go over that later. So if you were playing the Cyberse Magician engine, you play this. Otherwise, you don't. But I like it because I am wanting to mimic what the anime is doing. So 1 of those. Link Rebo because it's really cool. There's a lot of plays. He floats. He makes your opponent's monster 0. Really cool card. Kind of insane actually. Link Spider. If I cut the normal monsters, then I would probably cut this, but you still want to play it because of the tokens. So Link Spider. I used to play 3, then 2, now just the 1. That's it for the Link 1s. Link 2s, 1 Witch. Witch is so good. Like, it has 2 amazing effects. It requires 2 Cyberse and an effect monster special summon to a summon she points to. You just grab a free ritual spell and a monster. And also you can special summon a level 4 lower monster from your graveyard, which is usually a Cyberse. But it's so good. She's just amazing. Like turn 1, you turbo her out. Such a good effect. I really love this card. +3, that's kind of hard to pass. I can't believe Cyberse got a card like that. 1 Proxy Dragon because tokens make this, and it's a Cyberse card, and a lot of times he just sits there protecting your board. 2 of my favorite ones, 2 Honeybots. You can play 1. and take one out for an underclock taker, which is kind of correct. But I like Honeybot turn 1 and turn 2 and turn 3. I just really like Honeybot. Really good car. Usually protects your bore. I will go over the combo later on as well. But let's put those. Oops, sorry. Put those over there. Link 3s for the code talkers. We have one decode talker. The very first one we got, a big beater. Protects your cars from being targeted. Encode talker. Second one we got. He beats over a lot of the big monsters you can't beat over. Really good car. Xcode talker. Third one we got, it helps you make your guys unaffected by card effects or cannot be targeted. Really good, locks your opponent's sounds. Really, really strong card. I actually thought it was the weakest one, but after playing with him, it's just so good. Transcode talker, a really good card. This is another card that I keep thinking that starter deck cards are just god awful, but this card, it's insane. It makes your guys big, can be targeted, and once per turn, monster reborn for any link 2 or higher. So good. I love this card. All the code talkers are amazing. For the last code talker, we have Power Code Talker, the biggest one. Tribute a guy he's spawning to, his attack becomes double. Really, really good. 3 effect monsters just beat over your opponent's face. Usually when you have this guy and a Tri-Gate Wizard, it's a lot of damage your opponent's going to be eating. And that's why I feel like you should be playing Underclock as well, because Tri-Gate will make the guy double damage, and Underclock will cut the attack. So Power Code Talker, Tri-Gate, and Underclock is just game. So really good, all the Code Talkers that we have so far. For the last guys, one Tri-Gate Wizard, one of my favorite cards in the entire game. All 3 of his effects are just nuts. And for the last card, Firewall Dragon himself. The reason why I am playing Cyberse, to be fair, this card is so strong. I am really scared that it might get banned, but I've been telling people, don't ban it, just make it Cyberse exclusives. Have it say 3+ Cyberse monster, and then it'll be fixed. Nobody's going to be able to spam it as much except for Cyberse. Even then, the deck would have to find different ways to do it. So that's it for the extra deck 15. Again, you can switch it around. You can add these 2 if you really want to. He makes all your guys bigger, and Underclock helps you beat over bigger threats as well. But let's go over that one play I told you about. It requires these guys, and it requires any spell card. It requires... Let's just do it with guys that are searchable, and there are 3 of. So let's do it with Widget Kid and Ladybug. So imagine you have these 3 cards and some random other cards. So you can go Summon Widget Kid, effect to special summon Ladybug. Then Ladybug will use its effect to fetch you whatever you want, honestly. Let's go for another level 3 monster. Let's go for Flame Buffalo, why not? Actually, let's go for Sea Archiver. Anyways, so you have these 2 in hand and 2 random other cards. You can now you can go effect, or not effect, I'm sorry. You can link away for Link Disciple. Oops, sorry. You have this on the field. Then you can use the Ladybug for Link Devotee. So 1 and 1. Then Link Disciple will tribute the Link Devotee to draw a card, so it doesn't matter. You put whatever you don't want back. Then the Link Devotee will activate to get you 2 tokens. Oops. Get you 2 tokens. Really, really good. Now you're technically speaking, you're a +2 because the tokens are like free. So now you go 2 Cyberse monsters for Witch. Witch is really good. Now you activate the whatever spell you have. In this case, we'll have 1 turn passcode, so you get a token. And she can't trigger yet because the tokens are not effect monsters. So now you go any link 2, link 1 for Honeybot. Then she will activate now. Now you banish your spell card. You go through your deck and you get the spell and the guy. Now when that happens, the turn that you activate that effect, you can go through your graveyard and special summon level 4 or lower. We'll get Ladybug. It doesn't matter which one we get. Then we can ritual summon using the Ladybug and the Sea Archiver for link 3, level 7, and special summon. And now this board right here, it's actually kind of good because, I mean, it doesn't look very threatening, doesn't look very impressive, but remember that he has an effect that your opponent cannot target your Cyberse monster for card effects or by a battle, except for this guy. And this guy says that the monster she's pointing to cannot be targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. So your opponent has to literally Dark Hole you, and nobody's playing Dark Hole really or Raigeki. So this board is really good because your opponent will need a Link monster to beat over this because it can destroy by battle. But when he battles a Link monster, he gains 1,000. So he will be a 35 beater that your opponent can't clear. And if they can't clear it, the next turn you just use all these guys to summon like the bigger power code monsters. I mean the code monsters or the firewalls and start like beating their face in. Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, that's one of the more basic combos and the bread and butter of my version. You usually want to get to this ASAP, turn 1. And turn 2, just go for game. Just rush them with all the Code Talker monsters. You summon them all and just like destroy your opponent's life. The deck's a lot of fun. Again, it's not the most competitive deck, but it's a lot of fun to play with. Again, if you're wanting to play this, just build it, have a good time with it. Don't expect to win every single game nor any tournament you enter. But do understand that, or keep in mind that this is an amazing, fun deck that you can just play. I hope you like my list. As always, ask down below any questions that you might have. If you have a version of the deck, please post it down below as a video response or like anything, a picture. I would like to see it. I actually love to see people's ideas and how they play the deck. So please do that. Again, comment down below if you have any questions. Check my channel for other videos. If you guys have any requests, again, let me know and I'll definitely try to bring those. As you can see, I am not holding my phone with my hands. This is a tripod that I'm using. If you guys like this, let me know. I will definitely, and I promise this, I will definitely bring more content to you guys after this because the tripod makes everything easier. But again, as always, thank you for watching. Like the video if you like the deck. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And God fucking speed to you guys. Peace.